Have you ever wondered why we call it Monday or Saturday? Who named the days of the week, and why? Welcome to Echo Logic English, where English becomes simple, real, and useful for learners at every level. This is episode 2 of our English Listening Practice podcast series, made especially for A1 and A2 English learners, whether you're just starting or building confidence in your language journey. Here at Echo Logic English, every episode focuses on a real-life, interesting topic, matches a specific English level, A1 to C2, is divided into 4 short parts, and includes 3 quiz questions per part to help you listen, learn, and practice writing. Speech balloon after each part, you'll answer questions, in your head or in the comments. Answering in the comments helps you write in English, build confidence, and also support other learners like you. And remember, I'll pin the most helpful answer for every episode. So, let's get started with today's topic. Headphone Part 1. What are the days of the week? Let's begin with what we already know. There are 7 days in a week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We use these names every day. We write them in school, we plan our work, and we talk about them with our family and friends. But where do these names come from? The names of the days in English come from old languages, like Latin, Norse, and Old English. Many of them are based on planets, gods, and even the moon. For example, Monday is named after the moon. The old word was Moon's Day. Some other days are named after gods from old mythology. We'll learn more about those in the next parts. Isn't it cool that when you say Monday, you're using a word that's thousands of years old? Take a moment to listen again if you need to, then try to answer these questions. Question 1. White heavy check mark true or false? There are 8 days in the week. Question 2. Question mark multiple choice. Which day is named after the moon? A. Tuesday. B. Monday. C. Saturday. Question 3. Writing handwriting practice. Write your weekly schedule using the names of the days. For example, on Monday, I go to school. On Saturday, I help my parents. On Sunday, I rest. Try to write 1 short sentence for each day. Speech balloons, share your answers in the comments. This is how you practice writing in English and help new learners learn with you. And don't worry if your grammar isn't perfect. Every comment is progress. The most helpful or thoughtful answer will be pinned for others to learn from. Now part 2 of our A1, A2 English Listening Podcast. We're exploring the question, where do the days of the week come from? Let's look at 3 more days: Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. These days are named after old gods from Norse mythology, the old stories from Northern Europe. Let's begin with Tuesday. Long ago, people believed in a god named Tiw, or Tyr. He was the god of war and bravery. So, Tiw's day became Tuesday. Now let's talk about Wednesday. Wednesday is named after a very smart and powerful god named Woden, also called Odin. He was the god of wisdom and magic. Woden's day became Wednesday. And finally, Thursday. Thursday comes from the name Thor, the god of thunder. Yes, the same Thor you may know from movies today. Thor was strong and carried a big hammer. So, Thor's day became Thursday. Even today, we speak their names every week, just by saying the days. Isn't that amazing? Memo your quiz, Part 2. Let's test your listening and practice your writing. Question 1. White heavy check mark true or false? Tuesday is named after the moon. Question 2. Question mark multiple choice. Which god is Thursday named after? A. Thor. B. Woden. C. Tiw. Question 3. Writing handwriting practice. Choose one day: Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. Write 1 or 2 sentences about the god that day is named after. Example: Thursday is named after Thor. He is the god of thunder. Speech balloon, don't forget to leave your answers in the comments. Your writing helps you learn English and supports other learners too. You're doing great so far. Welcome to part 3 of our podcast. Where do days of the week come from? So far, we've talked about the moon, the sun, and gods like Tiw, Woden, and Thor. Now, let's finish the week with the final two names. Friday and Saturday. Calendar Friday. Friday is named after a goddess. Her name was Frigg, the Norse goddess of love, family, and beauty. Frigg was very important in old stories. She was also the wife of Woden, the god of Wednesday. So, Frigg's Day became Friday. In Latin, the name for Friday was based on the goddess Venus, who also represented love. So, across cultures, Friday is often seen as a day of love and peace. Calendar Saturday. Saturday is a little different. It is the only day in English named after a Roman god, not a Norse god. Saturday is named after Saturn, the Roman god of time and farming. Saturn's day became Saturday. In old times, Saturn was seen as a wise and powerful figure, and people respected him for teaching about seasons and work. So now, Saturday is the day we often rest, relax, or enjoy time, a nice ending to the week. Now you know. Every day of the week has a story behind it. Stories from the sky, mythology, and ancient gods and goddesses. And now, you know where those names come from. That's pretty cool, right? Memo, let's try your quiz, part 3. Direct hit answer in your head, in a notebook, or in the comments, and try to write full sentences. Question 1. White heavy checkmark, true or false? Friday is named after the Norse goddess Frigg. Question 2. Question mark, multiple choice. Which god is Saturday named after? A. Thor. B. Venu. C. Saturn. Question 3. Writing hand writing prompt. What do you usually do on Friday or Saturday? Write 2 to 3 sentences. For example, on Saturday, I go to the market with my family. In the evening, I relax and watch a movie. Speech balloon, comment your answers to practice writing, help other learners, and be part of our community. Welcome to part 4, the final part of our podcast episode. Let's explore how different languages name the days of the week. You'll see how some are similar, and some are very different. Globo mostrando a Europa e África, let's compare. In Spanish, Monday is lunes, from the moon, Luna. Tuesday is martes, named after Mars, just like in Latin. In French, it is lundi, mardi, mercredi, very close to Latin de Roman gods. In German, Wednesday is Mittwoch, which means midweek. In Arabic, days are often numbered. For example, Monday is Al-Ithnain, which means the second day. Sunday is Al-Ahad, or the first day. In Japanese, days are linked to elements and planets. Tuesday is Hoyalrur Keubi, meaning fire day. Thursday is Muyalrur Mokuyubi, meaning tree day. Even though the words are different, the idea of 7-day weeks is shared across the world. And many cultures use the sun, moon, planets, or gods to name them. So, when you learn the days of the week in English, you're also connecting with the history of many languages. Let's finish strong. Answer these questions and show how much you've learned. Question 1. White heavy checkmark, true or false? In Arabic, the days are named after numbers. Question 2. Which language calls Thursday Fire Day? A. French. B. Japanese. C. Spanish. Question 3. Writing hand writing prompt. What are the names of the days of the week in your first language? Are any of them similar to English? Write 2 to 3 sentences comparing your language to English. Like what word in English is similar to the word of your language? Now it's your turn to share and shine in the comments. Write your answers, compare with other learners, and support each other. Because the best way to learn English is to use it. And remember, I'll pin the most helpful answer to help others learn from you. Headphone, you've now completed the full 4-part episode of our Echo Logic English podcast, Episode 2. You didn't just learn English, you explored the history of time and language. Well done!